Winston Churchill observed that it has been said that democracy is the worst form of government, except for all those other forms that have been tried from time to time. Our form of government, our democracy, has certainly been in the spotlight in recent times, and it hasn't looked great, nor have many of the men and women who we choose through that democracy to represent us and govern us. It's been another year of backstabbing, disloyalty, charges of lobbying for cash, slanging matches and pathetic point scoring across the dispatch boxes. Ministers have been telling us not to do certain things, only to do them themselves, in the glare of publicity, off-the-record rehearsals and even hidden cameras. MPs and officials have been telling us to curb our behaviour, only to breach their own strictures with abandon, be it mask-wearing, garden parties or social distancing generally. But at least, hey, there was no more driving to get an eye test. Few, to be frank, have emerged with great distinction. But some have, and there have always been such good uns. Sadly, we lost two of them this year, MPs who stood out as good people. MPs James Brokenshire and Sir David Amess. At times of crisis, I think we need good men and women at the heart of our democracy, passing laws by which we are content to abide and offering leadership we are happy to follow. I fear most objective reports, however, would conclude that many ministers, MPs and government officials, quotes, must do better. But you know, on closer analysis, there are glimmers of hope. On the national stage, many MPs craft private members' bills on issues that they care passionately about and for which government either hasn't the time nor the inclination to do much about. Over the years, the issues have been rich and varied, from the late Sir David Amess himself and his Protection of Animals from Cruel Tethering Bill. He was, of course, a lifelong supporter of animal rights. Then there was Dr. Sarah Wollaston's stalking protection legislation in the news today. Labour's Carolyn Harris, who lost her son when he was just 8 years old, got the government to scrap child burial costs. And my friend Sharon Hodgson pushed measures on the special educational needs of some children. And Simon Kirby got action on protecting disabled persons' parking badges. They're often stolen and they're often abused. The list is rich and impressive. My point is that when they are at their best, MPs are impressive. That doesn't forgive those with their hands in the till or taking cash to represent outside interests, but it does put things in a little more perspective. Many MPs are also accused of only being in it to shin up the greasy pole of power, to say and do the right thing, whatever they actually believe, to get a ministerial red box, a smart office and, of course, a government chauffeur. But there have also been people like the Sports Minister, Tracy Crouch, who resigned from the government because it wasn't being hard enough on the gaming industry and their evil fixed-odds betting machines. And I'm sure that there are thousands of you who can tell your own tales of your MP backing you over a blocked drain, a dodgy landlord, or an education problem your child's facing. So, as we inch toward the end of a turbulent year, rich in examples of MPs at their worst, let's hope that those who do the right thing for the right reason can still find a place in our affections. And through them, perhaps we can rediscover a little faith in our democracy. We will need it as we inch out of the coronavirus, and we'll have more on that in a moment, and as we begin to confront the huge challenges of getting our economy back on track and dealing with the mountain of problems and the mountain of national debt that we've built up over these last 2 years. And if we don't, well, remember that cautionary observation from Churchill that I made at the very top. Democracy isn't perfect, but it's a hell of a lot better than some of the other forms of government that have been tried from time to time.